touch that dial. Just chill for a while, keep it locked with my man Tony D. Welcome to something new, something you're not used to. It's fresh and guaranteed to bless. New Artist Profile. Yeah, it's a new day with a new sound. Keep it locked, you're listening to the new Artist Profile. Thank God for music. New music on the radio.
What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Tony D, on the radio. And welcome to the NAP Show Live right here on Level Up TV. Happy Sunday to you. We are getting closer to July. We're almost over the midway point of 2025. So if you've got something you need to accomplish this year, you need to get on it because it's going to be Christmas before you know it. We're going to blink 3 times. It's going to be time to put up the tree. We got a great show for you lined up. Man, I'm telling you, I'm so excited because my new single, Party Tonight, has dropped. It dropped this past Friday. And first of all, I want to thank everybody who downloaded and streamed the single. Told me, Dallas, Tony, we got it, man. And man, I'm telling you, I'm so excited about it. And we're going to highlight some of the videos in the show today for Party Tonight. And we're going to play some of my new songs from my EP that I dropped last week. So guys, you're in store for a great show. All right. But right now, we're going to give you some information that you need to know about. And then we're going to come back with the NAP Show Live. Check it out. Yo, what up, family? It's your boy, Tony D on the radio. It is a beautiful Friday evening, and I'm just out on my evening walk. But I wanted to remind you about new music that I just dropped. Check out my Bandcamp page, bandcamp.com. Put Tony D in the search engine and check out my new single entitled Night Vibes. We're warming you up for new music that will be coming from us in June. I got a summertime jam that will be right for your parties and for your barbecues. You can even line dance to this joint. So get ready for my summertime joint. I'll tell you the title. I'll tell you everything a little bit later. But right now, I'm warming you up with some smooth jazz, as I always bring you Night Vibes on my Bandcamp page, exclusively on Bandcamp. It's not even been dropped nationwide yet. So check it out on Bandcamp. It's entitled Night Vibes. Hey, and follow all of my music on Bandcamp as well. If you haven't followed me, make sure you do, because you get all of the exclusive information first if you follow your boy Tony D on radio. All right? Have a great weekend, and I'll be back with you on Monday with the new artist profile. Chill.
Media-based gospel internet radio #1 recording artist, Imelda. Now booking available for radio interviews, praise and worship leader, national anthem soloist, weddings, guest soloist, workshop clinician, youth choir, choir director, and music arranger. Contact CSC Media Group at cscmediabiz@yahoo.com.
And man, I'm telling you, we had a great time this past Friday. Juneteenth was it Friday? I can't remember. Whenever Juneteenth was, we had a great time because Imelda sang the national anthem at our local Atlanta Braves affiliate, the Augusta Green Jackets. So she had a great time and did a great job. And for those of you who saw my Facebook page, you may have seen the performance. What's going on, Mary? Happy to have you in the room. So yeah, guys, it's a great Sunday, great day. And we're excited because my single is available. And we have Imelda is in the room. What's going on, Mel?
Hey, I'm late. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
all
being
right.
auntie.
It's all right. So let me get you in here, right? Let me get it right. Okay. All right. So happy Sunday, first of all.
Hi, happy Sunday.
Hey.
Look. Tell everybody, hey, Kennedy.
Hey.
Hey. So Man, like I said, we're excited for the single. What's going on, Peter?
Hi, Peter.
I'm just excited, man. You know,
I'm excited for you.
It's really good. Come a little closer. We will make sure we hear all you good.
Okay, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's kind of surreal, you know, and the response was so good for the single. And the whole process was amazing to be able to have a song that I heard in my head, create the track, send the track to super producer Damion Murrill, and he sent me the final produced track that you guys hear or will hear if you hadn't heard it. And man, it was amazing. And so I had the vibe of having like the song Summertime, because Summertime is one of my favorite songs from Will Smith. And I wanted to have that type of summertime vibe where you could play the song at your barbecues, at your parties, you know, and it'd be an iconic, like legendary song. Of course, there's no way in the world I could touch Will's, you know, Summertime, but that song, the song Party Tonight kind of gives us that type of vibe. So I know I wanted to rap her, and I can't rap. I mean, I ain't got those skills. But dear friend of mine, Sam Purpose from North Carolina, who we've collabed on some stuff in the past, I hit him up. I was like, yo, Sam, man, you know, you think you could do this for me? And he sent the track. I sent him the track, and he sent it back to me, man. He's like, yeah, Tony, I could do it. And man, I'm telling you,
he did such a great job.
It was dope, man. It's like it really gave me what I was feeling in my head, that party time, and his lyrics was just right on point. So we're excited. So if you haven't purchased it, we're asking you right now, go to your streaming platforms, anyone, and download it. That actually is my Bandcamp, what just came up on the screen. You can go to my Bandcamp page and you can purchase my EP that I released last week, which is entitled Just For You. That was the kind of precursor to warm you up for new music. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that they put that up. The production team put that up, because I'm going to play a song called Keep It Funky.
Well, keep it funky then.
And this is dear to me because Mason is on this track. Right?
It is so sweet.
So a long time ago, yes, it's on Amazon, Angela. It is. A long time ago, I was working on this track, and Mason loved, you know, coming in my studio and, you know, Dad, what you got going on? So I was working on the track, and I was like, yo, Mason, you want to get on? And he was like, yeah, because he's always, you know, wanting to jump on something I'm doing. And we kind of fooled around with it. And even though I think he was 6 or 7 during the time when we did this, he's now 13. But man, he did such a great job. So
he did a great job.
Y'all check out Keep It Funky. This is my tribute, or I pay homage to the Godfather of Soul brother #1, James Brown. So check out Keep It Funky right here on the New Artist Profile Live with your boy Tony D and Imelda and
Kennedy,
our special guest Kennedy. Check it out.
Hey, Daddy.
What's up, Mason?
I like this beat.
Yeah, I like it too.
What you gonna call it?
I think I'm gonna call it Keep It Funky.
Keep it funky.
This your line. Good job, Mason.
Thanks, Dad.
Whatsoever you do, it's got to be funky.
Whatsoever.
Whatsoever.
Yeah.
If that ain't Baptist preaching. if that ain't Baptist
Whatsoever.
Whatsoever you do.
Yeah, that's James Brown right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, man. Mason cracks me up when he used to do his little solo at the end.
Peter said let him put his skates on. Go ahead.
Oh, man. So I got to tell you about Peter. Actually, I think we're going to try to bring Peter on a little bit later in another broadcast. But we do have the producer to party tonight, which you'll hear in a few minutes, Damion Murrill in the room. What's going on, Damion?
Come on in the room. There we go.
What's up, brother? What's going on?
What's up, bro? You good?
Hey, fam.
Hi,
Hey,
baby.
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Man, I can't complain, man.
How are you?
Great.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
Damion,
brother. Hey, I'm just happy to be here.
Damion was at in Myrtle Beach last night performing. So
Saw that.
yeah, that's what's up, man. But thank you for coming in, man.
I wish I had the both of you. I said I wish I had the both of you there with me on stage.
Well, that might be coming soon. Yeah. But Damion, man, thank you for producing the Party Tonight track, man. I mean, you put your foot in that thing.
Thank you, brother. Hey, I have fun, man. I love doing what I do, and I love doing it with you, man.
So when I sent you the original track, and you what was your vision behind taking the original demo track and keeping elements of what I did and putting how did you come up with that process?
Well, I looked at what you did, and I always, anytime I go into producing something, I really try my best to not turn a song into something totally different, because I try to make sure that I can enhance your vision. And I heard what you had, but I just thought that, hey, wow, if I could just bring a few more elements that would kind of just make it a little current here and there, and add a little bit things that that could kind of just take it to the next level. And man, you made it easy because you allowed me to, man. Because when you have people's music, that's like their children, So anybody that comes in and tries to do anything to change that, it can really be sensitive to most people. But you entrusted me with that, man, and hey, this is what we got today, man. I appreciate that.
Well, I believe in allowing people who are good at what they do to do what they do well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have been known to be a great producer. So many different artists that you've worked with, along with yourself, and you were tutored by the iconic Donald Lawrence. So I mean, you're great at what you do. So I'm just happy that you allow me to send you my little raggedy tracks.
Oh, not at all, man. It was easy for me to see the vision. Definitely.
Yeah.
Easy for me to see the vision, man. I thought the original track was hot, and hey, man, that's what makes it fun, man. When you can turn around and hear someone else's track and then get another idea, vision of how to make it even enhance it the best way we can. We got a history of that, man.
Yeah,
that's a great thing.
You did the same thing with Love Song. You took with my original track and you kept a lot of elements and you
man.
So, yeah. So when you were working with,
I was gonna say my job is not to reinvent. It's just to add another substance to what you've already have. And I just want to make sure that I'm able to take your vision and still enhance that, just give it a makeover. And I think that's kind of what we did.
Yeah. That's great. And I must say that you really do bring the lead instrumentalist out of me, you know, because I tell Mel all the time, because Mel and I have known each other a long time. I played at church with her and stuff. I always have been just the accompaniment, locking with the bass, locking with the drum bass player. Not doing a lot of soloing and stuff, you know. And so I got so comfortable of 30 some odd years playing like that, you know, to be able to step out, you know,
step out of your box.
Yeah, it's and Mel and I talk about that all the time now that she's a solo artist, you know. So, but you make it comfortable to do that, you know, and I appreciate how you allow me to blossom.
Brother, it's already in you, you know, and just like sis, you know that. I mean, Tony is humble, but he's very talented. You know, he's good at what he does, and sometimes he's just possibly just used to just kind of, you know, like he said, sitting back in the pocket. But you know, when he come down to the studio, man, I've been trying to pull everything out of him. I would tell him, and whatever I give to him, man, he does it well. You know, so you know, it's just already in you. So I mean, only thing I'm doing is trying to bring out what's already in you. And man, you're a beast on the bass, bro. You're great at what you do, and I enjoy working with you.
I appreciate that, man. I try to do what I can. One thing I can say I've learned, I used to try to play like everybody else or outplay other musicians, because there's some bad bass players here in this area, you know, and I really used to get intimidated in engagements where the other bass players would do all the fancy stuff, and I've never been that type of guy. But one of my mentors, Reggie Parker, shout out to Reggie Parker, Love Fellowship Crusade Choir, one of my mentors. He told me one time, he said, Tony, man, just do what you do. He said, and what you do well. So just keep on being Tony. And it was like that just freed me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's right, man. Yeah, I mean, you can only, you know, always, you know, we go back to that again. I say nobody could be you better than you. But how the music inspires you, like you know, you're a guy that studies music. You know music. You know Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know all those things that have influenced you. It's all inside of you. And you know, when you bring in your own interpretation, you know, you do that. You know, it's just about just doing it, man. What you loved about music and being able to express that, and no matter how great anybody, you know, other bass players are, man, you have your own unique stamp on who you are. And so I always say, you know, we're always steady growing, and every time we go in studio, man, hey, just like you're coming out, you know, I learn newer and different other things about you, man. You are very talented, and sometimes people get so used to looking at other people and used to what they do, and they do it well, but it doesn't change what God has put in you and the gift that you have, man. And it's always great that you know, to see that come out with you when we work in the studio, bro.
And I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been down to Divinity Music Group Studios in Leland, North Carolina, you need to go, because he's got a studio for you. Like,
I'll get there eventually one day before Jesus comes.
Come on, I'm waiting on you.
I'm not talking about, he ain't got 3 or 4 Macs up against the wall and, you know, drum set in the corner in the drum machine. He ain't got that. So, I'm not knocking anybody, because that's how I started as well. But he has a professional recording studio. He studied sound, studied how to, you know, isolate sound. I mean, the new room he has, that door weighs about 1,000 pounds. He closed the door. I thought I was in a freezer. It was like, you know. And man, I'm telling you, so he definitely will help you. So if you're looking for somebody to produce, to write, you know, film videos, do photography, this guy is a one-stop shop. My latest, I'm gonna get in trouble with Brittany, because my daughter Brittany is my photographer, but my latest pictures were all done by Damion. So man, you want to make sure you link up with Damion Murrill. Definitely would bless you. If you're just tuning in, you're locked into the NAP show live with Tony D on the radio and Imelda, and our guest this week, Damion Murrill, and we are discussing my single Party Tonight. In later episodes, we're going to have Sam Purpose on. He's actually at work today, And so we're going to have him on. But I'm going to tell you, the music video is going to be dropping hopefully in the week. So, and that was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Hey,
and
I missed it.
We got a line dance coming to that, right? And I have to tell you real quick how we came up with that. I wanted to do a line dance, and I reached out to some people here in the area, and somebody hit me up from out of town and was asking me, saying, hey, Tony, do they have to be local? And I was like, nah. So he was telling me, you know, we had this conversation, and I said, well, I'll be in Wilmington filming the music video in a couple of weeks. And he was like, do you know Damion Murrill? And I was like, who is this cat? So I hit Damion up. I was like, yo, you know this guy, Peter? He was like, yeah, he's a singer in my group. And that was just a God connection, man. I mean,
yes, it was.
Couldn't have placed that anywhere. And so I sent him the song, and he created his whole team, the 9-10 Steppers from Jacksonville, North Carolina, created a phenomenal line dance. It's not anything complicated because I'm not a dancer, and I told him to make it simple because I got 4 left feet. But
oh my Lord.
but he did something that's real cool, man. And I think, you know, people will gravitate to it, hopefully. And yeah, so we're going to have him on as well. We want to shout out everybody who's tuned in. I can't see everybody who's watching, but if you're leaving your comments, we definitely will hit you up. Angela, right? Hey, what's going on, Angela? How you doing? Welcome in. I know Dr. T is in, and I know Alicia from WKKW Radio, she's in. Of course, Mary, she's in. So we got the family in. Peter, yep. Peter. So we thank everybody for being a part of this exciting day for me. And my goddaughter Mia, she created the lyric video, and you know, I like to have a younger vision to what I'm doing, you know, because I'm years old. And
you're just a seasoned saint.
I'm seasoned saint, and I know how to do stuff, but sometimes it's good to take your hands off of things and let other people with different ideas and visions and see. And she really did a great job. So I played the lyric video for Miles, and Miles was vibing to it. And Miles said, how old is the lady that did that? And I said, why? He said, that had to be somebody young.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I was like, yeah, she's like 23, 24. He was like, yeah, I could tell. That's something the young people would do. So yeah, we're gonna drop I may be a little bit ahead, but we're gonna drop the lyric video for Party Tonight, and this is gonna introduce you to the song. So if you hadn't downloaded the song, if you hadn't streamed the song, don't worry about it. You can buy it after you listen to it and watch the lyric video. And in a week or so, we're gonna actually debut the actual official music video here as well. But ladies and gentlemen, put your eyes on the lyric video from Party Tonight. Sorry, I stumbled through that. Did I stumble?
Listen, you stopped yourself just then.
Party Tonight from my goddaughter Mia, aka Dimple Juice. And check it out. You're gonna like it.
For all my people at the barbecues, backyard parties, it's your boy Tony D on the radio. You know what time it is. Let's go.
It's a party tonight. Vibing with my people, bring the party to life. Hands up in the sky, we start the party off right. We in the place, early birds, we ain't tardy tonight. Nah. In the trance as the beat in our eardrums. Got the moves in my feet, bro, and then some. Gonna lose plenty sleep, only live once. Up all night, man, we lit, fam, no kids thumbs. Karaoke session going live. On the mic, spitting favorite vibes. Reminisce about them older times. Bringing back them old school written rhymes. Celebration lit, and you know it's real. Got the neighbors joining us, addicted to the party thrill. Jumping off the roof in the atmosphere, we hardly chill. Yeah, we going hard in the place like an army drill. ranch with the dogs pouring. Cause a party ain't official with no George Foreman. Everybody on the dance floor feeling good. Cause we living for the moment, we ain't living hood. Soul Train line getting in a groove here. It's a bash for the old and the new years. Even kids got the moves to the tunes. Cheers. Here's a toast to the good life with no fears. What a glorious sign to be in the very presence of my peers in their prime. Elders, the adolescents with no tears in their mind. We looking up, all the other worries behind. Thought I told you, it's a party tonight. So I chose to bring the party to light. Driving back to the crib, no Bacardi and Sprite. Cause we drunk off the spirit of the laughter and hype. Yeah.
Man, I love it.
So good.
Yeah, I love
so
it.
Good.
I love it. Shout out to Mia, man. She is something on the music, on them videos. She did one for Mary's son. So she's a beast. So if you need some lyric videos, Christian Sounds Media Group will be able to handle that for you as well. We're a one-stop shop for everything you need. So yeah, Damion, man. So tell me, if you were to give some advice to an independent artist who had a nucleus of a song like I did and brought it to you and wanted to kind of, develop it, walk us through the steps of what we should do.
I would say definitely find a producer that you're comfortable with, because every producer is not for everybody. Find the producer that you're comfortable with. And once you find that producer, it's, it's like like I always say, it's like your children, being able to entrust them with that, because, a producer wants to make your job easy, but you also want to make the job easier of the producer to be able to make the changes and do what they need to do. And I guess that's what made us a good team, man, because I really wanted you to feel comfortable, but also I wanted to be sensitive about your baby. I want to be sensitive about, because I would call you and be like, hey, Tony, this is what I'm thinking to do, man. Are you okay with that? You feel all right with that? Tony was like, do whatever you want to do, bro. I get it. I just can't wait, whatever you want to do. So we entrusted each other. And you want someone that you can entrust, because sometimes I can hear things that somebody else may not be able to hear.
Right.
And being able to do that, it makes it a joy to be able to work with the artist whenever you can, when they can see a finished product. And if I were to try to describe that to you, you probably would have questioned it. But when you entrust that and have a relationship with that producer, you can say, wow, whether I really understand what he's talking about or not, I know that it's going to be something that's going to be great. And it was easy for me to do that. So I would recommend that, hey, find a producer that works for you, and then when you find that, sometimes you have to test the ground in order to make that happen. And sometimes it takes trust. Like any relationship, there's no relationship without trust.
Right.
So when you establish a relationship with a producer, whenever you establish that relationship, you want to give that an initial level of saying, hey, let's see how we work together. Let me entrust something and see what comes out of it. And if it's a producer that you're not sure about, then don't do it. I believe that you have to really, because it's what works for someone else may not work for someone else. And we're cool with that. But I would say, hey, if you can find that person that can pull that extra thing out of you, that's a good connection. I love the fact that when I do work with artists and they be like, wow, I didn't know I had that. And that lets me feel like make me feel that I am doing my job, because I always want to enhance whatever you already have, and so, yeah. Did I answer that question, man? Because I probably need to ask you to answer it. Okay.
You did. Have you ever had somebody you were working with and just realized like this ain't gonna fly, and had to kind of let it go?
You know what? I would say yes. I probably. My phone is going down. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But yes, I would say that has happened. I've always managed to push my way through it, and it is. I've always been able to meet the challenge and overcome it. But I must say, it's a whole lot. It's this day and time, it becomes too much work. So I've learned as I got more mature in it that hey, it's not supposed to be something that becomes a hardship. I shouldn't have to twist your arm to make you great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's when we get an idea of saying, hey, maybe I'm okay if I'm not the producer for you. I'm okay if we don't need. But I am great when you realize that, wow, you can entrust me that way. I can give you my greatest. I tell anybody that I produce, I say, hey, whenever I produce something, it's not just about you, but also it's me as well. So I have to want you to sound your best, because it's not just for your reputation, but also for my reputation.
Right. Your name is absolutely attached to it.
Right.
Absolutely. And so it's, for me, it's a win-win. I will want you to be at your best. But at the same time, if you're not that, and I wouldn't want to attach my name to it, because I want to maintain the reputation of giving people the best that I can give. And when I've done that, then I feel okay with that.
Absolutely.
I was speaking to an artist the other day. You have everybody, you have to come into a musical situation and be able to be coachable and corrected, even if you've done something for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I know sometime you come to a producer and you're entrusting them with a project, but because you've done something for a long time, you won't take your hands off of it, and you won't allow that producer to actually flow in what you're asking them to do.
Right.
That's right.
Sometimes you have to sit back and say, okay, I'm going to, entrust you. And one of the things I like about you is that you're easy to work with. Like, you're not a tyrant in the studio. You're not like, no, Tony, this is how I hear you got to do it like this. But there are some people, I've been in some situations where working in the studio with the person, and they're like telling you, like, you've had situations like that, like, no, you don't need to sing it like that, or no, you don't need to play it, or what do you do?
Right.
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But you have people who will make you feel, they'll intimidate you in the studio, and they'll make you insecure and question your own gift.
That's right.
I had somebody make me question my gift, so I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. And people see things differently. I'm not a bossy producer. I do believe I like being able to work with the artist. And sometimes when the artists have a suggestion, I'm there to listen. If they have a suggestion, because I feel like we're all are in this together. And if there's something that you have, I'm there to listen. If it's something that I know it won't work, then I will be able to express that. But I don't think that we should be, as producers, as saying like, hey, I know it all and I can't receive anything from you. I believe it becomes a team effort. But I do believe that you hire me because of what I know. And so if you want me to use that and make those decisions, you have to allow me to make the decisions that's best for what I've learned about music, what I've learned about the industry, what I've learned about what works. And you have to entrust that in me to know that, hey, that's what I'm going to bring it to you. It may not make sense to you, but I know from my experience, what works in my, from my opinion. And so, but yeah, I don't believe, and Tony, I'm like this too, bro. It's like, I believe in working in a relaxed atmosphere. It's not about pressure, and not, I want people to be relaxed. I want the artists to be totally relaxed. And I believe that you get your best work whenever you're comfortable. And, I'll be like, look, we'll sit here and we'll do this take about 30 or 40 times until we get the right one. I'm okay. You're not bothering me. Yeah, because it's art. We want to make sure that we master our art. It's not about how fast can you do it. It's not. Right. It's great that we can do that. It's good that we can do that. But you don't want anybody to rush your painting and just and then give it to you. So why should we feel like we got to be in a rush to create our arts and the gifts that God has given us? Just take your time and create it so it could be something that you're proud of.
And I'm gonna say this to anybody who's aspiring to be an artist and looking for a production team or producer. If you're in the studio and you don't feel comfortable with something that you did, and you ask the producer, how does that sound? And they're like, oh, that's good. That's good. That's probably not the one that you want to work with, because if you're feeling not comfortable and you looking to the producer for guidance and they're just going on with everything, that's probably somebody that just wants your money and is willing to put anything out there because they like
gonna sound like Pots and Pans production.
Right, exactly. Because they like Billers do and they need a quick,
hit a lick.
Yeah,
real quick.
But if you are asking, how does that feel? And let's try that run this way, or let's try this move this way, or whatever. That's somebody who's invested in trying to make sure that the product is right. Because he said, as Damion said at the top of the conversation, both people's names are on it. Divinity Music Studios on it, Christian Sounds Media Group, Tony D's on it, Melda, whoever. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure it's right all the way across the board. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's very important. It's very important.
Yes, Angel Pots and Pans Productions. Yes, there's many of them around out there. Yeah, there's many of them out there. And I have to say, Damion, I've learned a lot from you, just kind of watching how you operate in the studio and, watching what you do and learning from you and listening to your ear has really helped me, produce my own music. So I just want to say thank you for allowing me to just kind of, be a fly on the wall in the room with you.
Anytime, brother.
Anytime. I'm waiting to come.
Yeah, we trying to check your schedule. You be busy. We're gonna have to
be busy. Yeah, she's singing at the national anthems all across the country.
I know, right?
Anyway, I am.
We gotta get her 2 years in advance.
You cut it out. I'm off until July 16th. I would have.
All right.
Yeah, we
let me put it in the calendar. That'd be great.
Yeah. So what's next for you, bro? Before we move to the next subject, what's next for you, man?
Bro, this month of June has been so busy, and I was hoping next would be rest, but you know what? I guess I'm ready to jump back in. I just want to jump at the opportunity, man. And I promised a release. Of a song and a video once a month. This month was so busy I didn't get a chance to fulfill that. So I guess it would be next month I'll be just getting back into my normal format. And between doing that and traveling and hitting the road and just a couple of events coming up that's on the calendar that I can't think. I don't know exactly. I know one is in Richmond, Virginia in September. And I know I'm missing a couple of them, but man, we're excited about what we're doing. We just left Myrtle Beach and we're getting ready to do some great other things, and we're just excited, man. We're happy about how everything is turning out. Myrtle Beach was awesome, man. It was great. We had a great time. So yeah,
that's good. That's good.
3 Miles Theater. It was great.
Great to watch.
Oh yeah,
y'all are a good time. I enjoy y'all.
It was on.
Thank you.
I didn't see nothing. I
When
missed
they
it.
were here.
Oh, here, yes.
Oh, my
I thought you were
Lord.
talking about last night. I was like, man, I was trying to find it. But yeah, you guys did a great job, man, when you were here. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of the band, man. I'm looking forward to getting on the road with you guys.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. But Damion, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and you know how we roll.
Yeah, brother. Let's do it, man. We got a lot of things cooking that we've been talking about, man, and I'm happy about it. And I'm happy to get you be a part of what's going on here on my side. And I'm trying to get Sis involved too, so we got to talk.
Call me 555-7733.
Okay. We'll do. Man, loving it, bro.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you taking it. I know you got a lot going on today, but I thank you for jumping in.
Hey, anytime, bro. Anytime. Thank you.
All right, bro. All right. Damion Murrill from Divinity Music Studios in Leland, North Carolina, around Wilmington area. You want to make sure you check them out. And
that's what my cake mentor is.
In Wilmington?
Leland. That's where I go and take cake classes.
Okay. That's a good little ride too.
It is.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful area down there. So if you're looking for a great producer, he is the one you want to reach out to, and he does a little bit of everything. So
did you see what Peter Terry said?
Yeah, you need to be parachuting into the.
Peter, if I parachute anyway, it's because Dallas is trying to keep my whole schedule full.
Busy. That's what it should be. Yeah, we want to stay busy, working. Yeah, sharing the word of God. Because I want to be busy too. Shoot. Yes. So we want to shout out. I'm excited. This has been a really good weekend. It's actually a bittersweet weekend, but we're going to talk about all the sweet. We're not going to talk about the bitter.
Okay.
But it's been a great weekend because my home station, WAW 94.7 Shout, is back on the air. And yes, the new artist profile debuted last night. And man, it was so cool to actually hear the show. And so many people were texting me and inboxing me and posting on Facebook. Oh man, Tony, it sounds good to have you back on the radio here in the area. WAW is where the NAP show started over 21 years ago. And so, man,
Brittany, she said booked and busy.
Shout out to Reverend Lester Smalls, who said, Tony, yeah, we want you to come back. And so thank you for that. We really appreciate it. And today we highlighted the media-based gospel internet top 20 show that came on today as well. So we're excited to be back in the seat at WAW right here in Aiken, South Carolina, covering the whole central Savannah River area. And as always, we're going to shout out CHH Jams, who allows the NAP show to come on. We are thankful for Orlando for letting the NAP show come on his platform, man. I don't take it lightly that any station owner allows the NAP show to come on, man, because
they don't have to.
And I had a surreal moment today, really thinking about hearing my voice on the radio as a radio show host, radio personality, something I dreamed about as a kid and didn't think I was going to do it, and now I'm doing it. I just had a little.
You got weepy, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I was like, oh my God, God is so amazing. You know
and
what I'm saying?
He
is amazing.
He is.
Yeah. So so if you want to follow me on Facebook and YouTube, you can do that. Shout out to Alicia Jones. She has really been pushing me and making sure all my social medias are right. So the Music of Tony D is where you can follow me on YouTube and Facebook. We are looking for subscribers, so subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll be posting some great content shortly. And then follow us on Facebook, The Music of Tony D. And then you can also follow me on Bandcamp. That's where you get exclusive music not released on the streaming platforms, right? So you can visit on Bandcamp. That's where you can get Just For Me, the exclusive EP. It's not available anywhere else, just on Bandcamp. And I'm telling you, if you like jazz music or just music you can relax to, cook to, work out to, drive to, whatever you want to do, meditate, that's the project you want to check out, except for Keep It Funky, because you want to dance on that one. You want to get some dance on Keep It Funky. So yeah, let me see. if you'd like to sponsor the NAP show, all you have to do is email me at cscmediabiz@yahoo.com, and we'll show you how you can sponsor the NAP show or any of the broadcasts on our platform here on Level Up TV. We have some new programming that's going to be coming, all for men, exclusive for men.
For the men's.
Women's not allowed. Women's not allowed.
Okay, all right.
All the brothers. And so we're excited about that, and you can find out how you can sponsor that as well. So just hit us up at cscmediabiz@yahoo.com. You want to make sure you support the whole platform, all of the shows, right? Because every show has its own audience, but collectively we're reaching a lot of people. So you want to make, I forgot, Orlando did the numbers, and it was some ridiculous amount of numbers of people that we're watching, and the rebroadcast as well. So you want to make sure you check that out. So we're not going to tell you lyrics to Limelight. And I got to give a shout out to a young lady who inboxed and said that she purchased the book and she's getting ready to read it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Where's she at? Gia Boo. She said she purchased the book. So congratulations.
She's already started reading it. She's going to leave a review.
She's going to leave it. Thank you. Leave a review. It's so important that you guys leave reviews, right, on Amazon. And even when you download the songs for these artists, leave reviews. It helps the artists out a lot. It helps them move up to a higher area in those platforms, and it makes them more visible on those platforms. So please leave a review. Doesn't have to be long, just put a little something in there that come from your heart, So you can go to Amazon.com and purchase that book. It's $30. But if you're a new artist trying to get into the music industry, it definitely will bless you. I tell you, I was excited to be able to share my knowledge of years of the industry and my mistakes and all the stuff. And shout out to Larry Robinson, who co-wrote the book with me and published it. She said she's reading it right now. So that's what's up. Yeah. So once again, we want to shout out Alicia Jones. She's really, when I'm telling you, Alicia been pushing me on to get this social media right.
Well, I love it.
Sometimes she be wearing my last nerve.
Look at her dropping.
See, she on it. She is on it. She be wearing my nerve, but she be on it. And you have to have people like that in your corner to really push you.
So now you know how I feel.
I know I'll be getting on your nerve.
He knows how, Alicia,
thank
you for allowing him to know how he makes me feel. Look at God. What you deal out will be dealt the same measure.
When I say that though, I mean it like in a good way, because she really is pushing me to get in another frame of mind, because I've never thought of myself as an artist like you.
Again.
So
welcome to my world.
Yeah, you're
welcome once. You're
welcome twice. Welcome 3 times in the name of Jesus Christ.
There you go. There you go.
And shout out to the Level Up Nation team. We have some new producers who are actually in the background today.
Look, Brittany's in the room, and look at her baby.
Yeah, look at your child. She's drooling right now.
She was snoring a minute ago.
Shout out to the new producers we have. That's training. We appreciate. And I gotta say, Angee and Grace are amazing, because they're bringing in young people, and she's training them on what to do. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Really, Angee's tired, and she's like, I'm ready to take a break. So y'all come on in so I can sit down.
What did Jethro tell Moses? Find you 10 people and put your spirit on them, right?
Wow.
So here we go. She's just training somebody else so that they can run the rest of the race for it.
Yes,
it's all right. Race. What's the point of doing something if you don't train somebody else to keep it moving for you?
Angela Connolly has a question about getting an autographed copy. I'll work on that for you, Angela. I will work on that for you.
Hey, Grace.
Yep. All right. Well, it's time for us to roll up out of here. We will be back with you next week. And we're not going to tell you what's happening next week, because I got to talk to Amel about it.
Oh. So we're not going to tell you what's happening, because clearly I don't know what's happening.
No, I was going to say what we're going to talk about, what we're going to do, but then she was like, no, but then she would say, oh, so you weren't going to tell me about it? So we're going to talk about it, and she's going to agree, because we talked about it already, but we're going to come back next week with something.
I already agreed.
Yeah, the candid conversations. We have conversations that we want to talk about. Yeah, so okay, I can say it. We're gonna come back next week with candid conversations, because Imelda and I talk about stuff. Be like, we need to talk about that on the air. So we have a plethora of things that we're going to talk about. So we're going to sift through this plethora, and we're going to pick out one of them and discuss it. All right. So come back next week.
Gonna be good.
Yeah, come back next week. All right, as always, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean out on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge God, and He will direct your path. Because living for God is as easy as ABC. If you always believe Christ, your life will never be the same. Because we serve a God who can do exceedingly and abundantly above all that you can even ask or think. So whatever you're asking God for right now, He can exceed that by
1 skrillion.
Make sure you're living your life G-rated. What's G-rated? Living a life.
And let's have a moment of clarity. There's freedom in your transparency. When you speak, you release. That's therapy. It's my decision to listen and do it carefully. Wanna live carefree? Well, it's gonna start. When secrets are kept, families are torn apart. I wanna do my part to help heal your heart. Shed some light on your life when your days are dark. Help ignite a spark that'll bring change. Be your shelter from the rain. Assist with
Yo, here we go. Intro for my show. Nice though, hot like nitro. Cool as ice though. With that type of dichotomy, y'all know it's gotta be. Who else could it be but Rub your eyes, behold the Tony D. I'm the Dream Supreme DJ straight out of Queens. I'm eclectic, the dopest selected. Emerging music break. Tony D will take, yeah.
Well, Tony, I don't care, long as you take me there, someplace to ease my mind.
Hello, everyone. This is Pat Nash of Pat Nash Talks, where we have the conversations that create real relationships. I'm here every single Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can find us right here on Level Up Nation. See you then.